Hey guys, my name is Bobby from Wedding Film School, a channel dedicated to educating and inspiring wedding filmmakers. And in this video, I want to give you a complete breakdown on what I think is the best light on the market for wedding filmmakers right now. Dare I say an Aputure 120D killer, and that is the Godox VL series lights. This may get a little long, so just to give you a roadmap in this video, I'll cover what we look for in a light, a breakdown of the VL200, some comparisons to its main competitors, and a few tests and examples. We've tried many lights over the years, and while there are some great ones out there, they always seem to be lacking in one area that was important to us. Among other things, we want a light that is very bright, so we can throw it in the corner of a reception area and still light a dance floor. We want it to be mobile, giving us the option of battery power and allowing us to control it from a distance. And we want a light that we can use in all scenarios, meaning we don't want to be locked into some proprietary system for modifying that light, which makes it easier to use it for commercial work as well. And in the past, if we found a light like this, it was oftentimes pretty expensive. That is until now. This is the Godox VL200, and I think it is the first light that delivers everything I want while not breaking the bank. I actually heard about Godox a little over a year ago, and I took a flyer on their previous light, the SL60W, which I have loved. I use it for my studio here with the Godox Octabox as my key light, and I also bring it to weddings. But the VL series brings about some welcome changes. The VL200 light is right in the middle of a 3-light lineup with the VL150 below it and the VL300 above it, which are mainly differentiated by their power output. And let's talk about that power level. These things are bright. To give you an idea, the VL200 measures at 7800 lux at 1 meter, whereas the SL60W, which I had no issues throwing across a reception, measured at 4100. The VL series is controlled through a box that is removed from the light itself, making things lighter overall, especially if you're using batteries as your power source. And while it can be controlled on the box, it can also be controlled through an included remote and an app. You can also assign lights to groups, which can be controlled together, which is pretty cool. It comes with cords to plug into a wall, and it's worth noting that with the cabling for the control box as well as the power supply, you get quite a bit of distance included. But it can also use V-mount batteries to power it remotely, which is a great feature for wedding filmmakers. It is pretty color accurate with a CRI rating of 96, and lastly, the Godox VL series takes a Bowens mount on the front for any attachments or modifiers, and it all comes packaged nicely in a high quality carrying case. Compared to the SL60W, there have also been improvements on build quality, with this thing feeling much sturdier and more robust, and the Bowens mount actually working well and locking in. There's also the addition of this yoke, which gives you more mounting options. The fan noise has been reduced, though I never really had a problem with that on the previous light. And an odd one, there is no longer a minimum power threshold, allowing you to go all the way down to 1% power, whereas the SL60W stopped at 10%. When it comes down to it, the VL200 and the rest of the lights in this series are on par with other top-notch lights like the Aputure 120D or 300D or the Practilite 602. And in some areas, the Godox lights actually excel, especially when it comes to price. The VL200, which is the middle light of the series, sells for $549, but you can get in even cheaper with the VL150, which is still an incredibly powerful and feature-rich light for only $399. To put that in perspective, the Aputure 120D Mark II, which is less bright than the VL150, costs $745, and the Practilite 602 is about $1,100. And if you want something even cheaper and you can live with a few drawbacks, the SL60W, their old version, is only $130. Additionally, Godox makes some affordable yet high quality modifiers like their Octabox and Parabolic Softbox to help you shape your light. So with that, let's jump into a few shots using the SL60W compared to the VL200 with the Octabox on, just so you can see some different looks. And I'm also going to crank each light up to 100% with just the reflector on and show you my camera settings and how far I had to stop down in order to compensate for that power. And lastly, these will be ungraded to best show any color shifts. Of course, the competitors I mentioned in this video are still terrific options and are by no means rendered useless. If I were in the market for solid lights that can be used in a variety of situations right now, hands down I would buy the Godox VL series, but these can also be great complementary lights to help round out your kit at a lower price point if you already have something like the Aputure 300D as a key light. Many thanks to Godox for sending me the VL200 and letting me test it out. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. And as always, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.